Alright, so we are out here in the garage now. As you can see, I have the hood popped up. So the first thing that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking this bitch here off. So the bracket that I'm putting, or the pulley that I'm putting on will go here. Basically all this, what this does is this ties into the, what this does here is this ties into the exhaust, as well as to the catalytic converter underneath the car. And it used to pump air into the, not into here, but into the manifold underneath. And that would do a bunch of stuff emissions wise, but also it would help the car with timing. So like at full throttle, it could advance timing and give you a little more power. But that doesn't actually work on this motor anymore, like I mentioned in my last video. And so we are going to be getting rid of that, especially since the new headers that we are putting on the car don't have these little dongles here that tie into these tubes. So I got to get rid of those. Alright guys, what's going on? As you can see, I'm a dirty mess, and I'm sweating like a pig, wearing my good hat from TX2K. What is that? And I hit the car. Window, of course, not the paint. Anyway, yeah, so let's go ahead and check out. So as you can see, we have disconnected the air pump. And actually this stud here, I don't know if you guys saw it, you probably didn't, but this stud here was this stud here was actually over here. We had to relocate it over to here because that's how it's going to go along with the kit. We have the whole thing disassembled, including the bracket that was mounted. If you can tell, it's a little shiny in there, and that's because I had to, if you were watching the any part of the video, you probably noticed that I was pulling this the water return line. I was having a really hard time getting a socket on these bolts that went here, but we finally got that. I didn't really want to pull this. I know this whole unit's probably going to go here pretty soon when I pull all the air crap off, but I didn't want to mess with this just yet, so I went ahead and disassembled this. Yeah, so, and then we've got the serpentine belt off, and the alternator is loosened because it is going to rotate up when we get the kit done, or when we get the kit going. So, so yeah, hopefully, so I almost did it, but I wanted to show you guys. So this is the piece that we removed, as you can see with the bracket and everything. This is the air pump itself. Then these are the spacers and everything that are gonna go on that bracket piece that you saw in the last video. It's sitting in the seat of my car right now. But yeah, so these are the spacers and everything that are gonna go on that bracket piece. So I wanted to show you guys that before it goes on. Yeah, so I will see you guys when Alright guys and girls, I am back. Replaced the hat with a different one because I like hats. Anyway, as you can see, I'm still hot and sweaty. I just got done with the install. I think I'm gonna get a second opinion on it when my dad gets home. He's the master mechanic here. I do my own work, but I like to have a second set of eyes because, you know, I like to be safe. It's a car that I drive every day, so I don't want to have issues. But let me go ahead and show you guys what I've done. Basically, I had to install the spacers, and let me tell you, it is a really, really fucking close fit. So, as you can see, we have the pulley installed. We have the two spacers. We have this one here, and then the one back there. And then we have relocated the alternator, which relocated, we basically just turned it. I'm gonna see what he thinks. Basically, we have this other bracket here, which stabilized the alternator from the back, and it mounted right there. But as you can see, it's hard mounted to the block or the heads. I think it's the heads. But anyway, it's hard mounted, so I can't move it any. So that being said, it said move it on board, but I don't see how that would work. Something else that's interesting is in the kit it had a diagram, and its diagram didn't account for this bracket here, which if I keep the bracket, then I would have to pull this whole the pulley for the water pump off, and I don't want to have to do that. That being said, you can see how close that fit is on that bolt. It was a real bitch getting in there. So, yeah, I'm gonna get a second opinion on it. I don't know what he's gonna say, but we're gonna find out. Hopefully, I mean, I don't wanna have to do it again, but at the same time, I want it to run right. Yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. In the next video, we are going to be removing all of the plumbing for the air pump. So the pump that went to, or all the lines that the pump pumped air through to the exhaust, or from the exhaust, because eventually we're going to be installing the long tube headers all the way out to the mufflers. And so that being said, we have to get rid of that. We have to get rid of all that plumbing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like down below as it does help out the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Good.